The breaker. Added in the update that gave us the meta-defining Typhoon.
No.
Which is basically a straight upgrade to the Tsunami. And that other relic that nobody really cares about because the Typhoon is way more appealing. The breaker sticks out not only because nobody is crafting and selling it, but it's seemingly a downgrade to the Hammerfall shotgun. The Hammerfall, commonly used in wedge cars that take the brainpower of a 5-year-old to drive, they use these shotguns to great effect at close to mid-range. Fast fire rate and a perk that can lock enemy guns by a second or two to create disruption opportunities. So what does the breaker bring to the table as a new weapon? I mean, a weapon that costs over $500 for a single gun.
What? What the fuck?
It has to be insanely good, right? Maybe it does something. Maybe it does something really special, like how every other relic has a unique ability that creates interesting gameplay. No, it brings nothing new. The breaker is essentially the Hammerfall. It has the same range, seemingly the same bullet spread, and slightly higher damage per second. And a little more structure. But the real kicker here is that it has 4 barrels. And if the bottom 2 barrels do not have a clear line of sight, it does not shoot. This creates a massive problem that completely prevents you from protecting the lower half of your gun like you could with Hammerfalls, and essentially negates any structure advantage it had already. The breaker also does not stun your opponent's weapons like the Hammerfall. It actually only makes it so the last shot before you overheat does double damage. It sounds like it's super useful, but then you realize you cannot use radiators if you want to get any mileage from the perk. You gotta start using coolers, and lots of them. The breaker has 4 barrels on it, so it makes sense that you shoot 4 bullets, it overheats, and then you get the perk. But the massive downside of having to use exclusively coolers and not being able to stun your opponent's weapons like the Hammerfall, plus the bigger hitbox creates a weapon that is way worse than the Hammerfall. So naturally I went to the exhibition, got a wedge build, topped some breakers on that bad boy, and went to town to see if there was anything redeemable about this weapon. I think I was using the right build, as in the first match I got called a coward in Portuguese.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
All in all, the breakers are just as good as Hammerfalls, maybe a little worse, but they cost so much that you'd have to forego buying food for a few months. 8 out of 10, great weapon design.